in today's session we are going to talk about oogenesis. If you see oogenesis means what? Formation of female gamete. So if you see the difference between spermatogenesis and oogenesis, spermatogenesis is it starts when a boy reaches to the age of 14 or 15, when it's gonads, that means his sexual organs gets fully developed, his testes and penis gets fully developed, then sperm formation takes place. But if you talk about oogenesis in case of females, it starts before her birth. Okay, so it starts before birth. So let's start with, first of all I want to show you ovary structure. So if you see the ovary structure, it gets divided into two parts. The outermost part is called as cortex and the innermost part is called as medulla. So inside this cortex there is a germinal epithelium, okay, from which a egg is formed. And the innermost part, that is medulla consists of blood vessels. And you know, the ovaries also require some oxygenated blood, they also require some nutrients, and they also gives out the waste products. So that's why the blood vessels, they supply blood to the ovary. There are some nerve fibers and there are some lymphatic vessels also there. Okay, so here is your cortex. So what happens is there is a germinal epithelium, they are called as primary germ cells. So the primary germ cells, they undergo division. Okay, so I'll draw another diagram. So the same ovary. So what happens is the germinal the primary germ cells, they undergo division. Okay, and they form this cord like structure. Okay, cord like structure. So the cord like structure is called as egg tube of Flugger. Egg tube of Flugger. I'll draw here. This is called as egg tube of Flugger. So the cord like structure is formed like this. And if you see at the end of this cord, the cells, they found round mass, okay, where the oogonia are formed. This is called as egg nest. Okay, so first of all, here is a primary germ cell, that means the germinal epithelium. The primary germ cells, what they do is they undergo division, and from division oogonium is formed. And this oogonium, it enlarges in size. Okay, this is the first one is multiplication phase, and the second that we see here is multiplication phase, here is growth phase. Now what happens in growth phase? The cell, it enlarges, it accumulates the food material, and some cell organelles also get developed, for example endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, mitochondria. So cell enlarges in size. Okay, so this is called as primary oocyte. Then it undergoes meiosis 1. When it undergoes meiosis 1, there is an unequal distribution of cytoplasm, means one cell is a very big and the other cell is very small. So this I call it as a secondary oocyte. And this is called as first polar body. So if you wonder why there is a unequal distribution of cytoplasm, because you know, when there is a zygote is formed, then eggs cytoplasm is the only nourishment. Okay, it is only the source of material that provides nourishment to the embryo, okay, to the zygote. That's why there is a unequal distribution, and this secondary oocyte, it becomes dominant one. Then it undergoes, see, this is your first meiosis. Then the secondary oocyte undergoes second meiosis, and finally your ovum is formed. This is egg, or you can call it as ovum, and here is your again second smaller body. This is second polar body. Okay, so this is how it works. Now we'll find out one data here. So before birth, before a girl is born, before birth, so before birth there are 2 millions, there are 2 millions of follicles. Okay, so after birth some follicles they undergo degeneration. So after birth only 1 millions are there, and at puberty there are 40,000, there are 40,000 of primordial follicles. So if you see this, from 2 millions to 1 million, from 1 million to 40,000 primordial follicles. So what happens is, all these follicles, only some follicles survive, some follicles they undergo degeneration. So the follicles that go degeneration, this is called as atresia. The process is called as atresia. Okay, the last one is, the at puberty. Okay, at puberty the primary oocyte. Okay, no, all these cells, you see 40,000 primordial follicles are the follicles that contain primary oocyte. That means what? Before birth all these germinal epithelial cells, they gives rise to oogonia. From oogonia now primary oocytes are formed. Okay, so at puberty all the primordial follicles, what they contain is primary oocyte. Okay, and at the puberty every month, okay, every month this primary oocyte, it converts into secondary oocyte. It becomes a mature follicle and it ruptures. Okay, it ruptures and the secondary oocyte, ovum gets released from the Graafian follicle. So at puberty, okay, after it starts after puberty, the conversion of primary oocyte into secondary oocyte, it starts. See, till now, okay, till puberty only you will see, till puberty only you will see primary oocyte, but after puberty this process starts. Every month primary oocyte converts into secondary oocyte. Every month, okay, the secondary oocyte gets released, and then the ovum gets, ovum gets matured, it gets into matured into ovum. So this is how it works. Now if you see the secondary oocyte, it never completes its secondary meiosis process. Okay, so it is arrested till meiosis 2. It is arrested till meiosis 2. It completes its meiosis when the sperms take entry into egg. So we'll see this process afterwards. Let's see the development of primordial follicle now. Now we'll see how the primordial follicle develops into primary follicle. This is your primordial follicle. Okay, so primordial follicle is nothing but it consists of a primary oocyte. Suppose this is a primary oocyte. Okay, primary oocyte. So flattened, okay, squamous follicular, a layer of follicular cells is formed here. They are all the squamous follicular cells. Okay. Then afterwards this squamous follicular cells, okay, they develop into, only one layer is formed first, then they converts, they all the squamous epithelial cells, they form layer of cuboidal cells. Now they converts into cuboidal shape. Okay, then afterwards whatever the follicular cells you can see here, the follicular cells, they undergo division. Okay, now only one layer you see. Okay, this is only one layer. Now 6 to 7 layers are formed. Okay, so many layers are formed here. So okay, now it converts into primary follicle. Okay, so if you see, basically how was your primary oocyte was like this. Primary oocyte becomes primordial follicle, okay, when it gets covered with a single layer of granulosa or follicular cells. Then they become cuboidal, then they multiply, and then covering is formed. So this is called as primary follicle. Now the next step is, if you see this egg membrane, okay, egg membrane also, if you see, this is egg membrane. Egg membrane also secretes some glycoproteins, and because of this another layer is formed here, okay. So the another layer is called as zona pellucida. Zona pellucida. Okay, so I will, okay, so this is zona pellucida. This is egg membrane, this is zona pellucida. Okay, so the next is we'll see how from primary follicle, how secondary follicle gets developed. Now if you see, there are so many follicular cells that are surrounded this primary oocyte. Now what will happen is, now these all follicular cells, okay, they start secreting some fluid, and because of the fluid, because of the fluid, the space is formed here like this, okay. Some cavities are formed that are filled with the fluid. So this is called as antrum, the fluid filled cavity, okay. This is called as antrum. This is called as antrum, okay. And finally, how you are, now it will divide this into two compartments. So the cells that you see, okay, the outermost cells, this you see, this is called as membrane granulosa. Membrane granulosa. Okay. And the innermost, the cells that are surrounding, okay, this primary oocyte, this is called as cumulus oophorus. Cumulus oophorus. Now what happens is, it is formed. Now what the next step is, okay, so as you can see, you can show here antrum. Here is, now around this follicle, okay, now this is going to be a matured follicle now, okay. The primary oocyte, it also divides, okay, it also divides, and secondary oocyte is formed here, okay, inside this. Now this outermost layers, okay, the stroma, the connective tissue, this is ovary, okay, cortex, and inside the medulla there is a connective tissue. The connective tissue is called as stroma. So what it does, stroma does is, stroma adds layers to this follicle, okay. So the layers, these are the connective layers. The innermost layer is called as theca interna. The innermost layer, you can see here, the innermost layer, this is called as theca interna, and the outermost layer is called as theca externa. Now what happens is, now this the matured follicle, secondary matured follicle is called as Graafian follicle. So out of so many of follicles, only one follicle becomes Graafian follicle, only one follicle becomes complete matured follicle. Then what happens is, oogenesis takes place, ovulation takes place. So how the ovulation takes place, this gets ruptured, okay, the follicle gets ruptured, and this the secondary oocyte comes out. Okay, now secondary oocyte, if you see the structure of secondary oocyte, it has egg membrane, it has a zona pellucida, and it will be having covered some radially arranged cells. You can see here elongated cells, zona pellucida. Okay, then corona radiata. So the cumulus cells you can see here, they become corona radiata. Okay, so the next lecture we'll see fertilization.